could keep your 2 cents. I don't wanna be another target on their head list. All my people running around the city like some misfits. So I'm steady praying for my brothers like a wish list. Can I trust a soul? They gon' turn on you the quickest. So much going on in this world we call our home. They been looting and protesting, trying to get it for our home. Ain't nobody got us like we got us. Streets is in a frenzy, you see the riots. Stand up for a cause, or you die for one of yours. Ain't no universal laws, they just wanna sabotage. Rolling with my entourage, and they tell us be safe. But they got our hands behind us while we down up on our face. It don't make no sense, no. It felt like a devil, no. How we supposed to raise our sons, how we supposed to get through. Feeling really stressful, years of being dreadful. How could we be careful when we ain't really careful? Therefore, all the youths need a good mentor, yes Lord. All the years, this we indoor, there's no cure. All the cops screaming 10 for, what for? Government always trying to send, so we at war. Yeah, we black, but we really called Moors, born poor. All we care about is Jordan Concords, looting stores. Why you taking things that's not yours? All boy, that ain't no way yet on the George Floyd. Stay on point, half America is really unemployed. We annoyed, killing people, it's a state of paranoia. Can't avoid it, all these businesses burned down and destroyed. No insurance, think my people kinda missing what's important. Yeah, stand up for your rights. Yeah, we putting up a fight. They don't want us out at night, so they gave us curfew. It's like jumping out the plane with no parachute. Don't shoot, hands up, but they still gon' do it. Huey Newton probably like, man, what y'all doing? Need to come together, all of us, and start a revolution. Yeah, discover more solutions, overthrow the Constitution, stop the looting, stop the shooting. We've been living in confusion. I'm getting intense, using up my 6 cents. Thought you had us figured, I can't use me at your expense. They be on that pretense, we be on some defense. Left you in the past tense, you could keep your 2 cents. I don't wanna be another target on their head list. All my people running around the city like some misfits. I'm steady praying for my brothers like a wish list. Can I trust a soul? They gon' turn on you the quickest.
Crashing the pine on the marble floor. Yeah, put up that sign I read love and joy. Yeah, I want more. Yeah, she want more. Ornaments works with the flashing lights. She only will hit to a certain song. Her channel is orange, white flannel thong. Come tag along, come tag along. Crash, love lost in a man. Look left, tiptoe to the fan. Scream, take off in a jam. Skid out, crash now. Got a chance. 15 on the blue man. Brain dance with a finger on the trigger. 8 chance if we playing on the bill. Same tan if you standing on the pillar.
Set it right. We took it deep down in a decline. We took a true stand, set it right.
Yeah. Then they got the all matte black. Minutes with a 4-5 patch. Leather with a gold chain rack. Tempted by my own black. Won't catch her with an all gold mask. Cause she ain't with running away. Opposite of playing cool. Feet up on the 80 dash. Whip them off into the pool. Give them signs to play a fool. Cause she is the queen. She kinda got the admit there's a reach. Follow her lead. Live in the system to dye your head green. Part of my ease. Buy you relief. Fish out the water. I'm dying slowly. I guess I will kick it when summer is eve. No dirt, no more sweat. I be treading lightly. You gotta be patient so you can mind me. Peace.
Set it right. We took it deep down in a decline. We took a true stand, set it right.
All she want is crash play. She living in that crash play. She give it up for crash play. All she want is crash play. She living in that crash play. I want some of that ice play. Black kings that push down on my will. Every day stay black to white out my mouth. I see bouquets in that water. Stains that's been falling to you. You. never not, never under yard, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, check my repertoire, don't check me now. Less is checks involved. I've been feeling like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Never not, never under yard, never ever, I'm forever on. Check my repertoire, don't check me now. Less is checks involved. I've been feeling like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Never fold, never ever fold, never ever stone a rolling stone till I'm in Rolling Stone. Bet I'm close to goal, need a place, need a safer bank. I've been saving change, I need some space. Chatting in my face, get around my way. Hey, what you saying? Where you at now? I swear that once I leave my city, never coming back down. From pushing tapes to glowing up around the map now. Real hot summer, keep my cool, I never act out. Hey, yes indeed. Recognize what you want, may not be what you need. Won't take control of me, but I got mouths to feed. Hustle smart.
What's up, Hawks? What's going on? It's your boy Mo Diggs. We got Google Luke in the house. We got Spanish Thunder. We got the director Mark Morales. We got say what's up to the Hawks. Subtitle. What's up?
What's up, man? What's up?
So, anyways, we got some cool content. We got some video games that is coming out. We also got some movies that are coming out. We're looking forward to seeing. Maybe not all of them. And we got some football talk. So we can get on that. Also, don't forget about our $50 giveaway. So make sure you click on that link, see what it's all about. See if you get yourself some entries. Give yourself a chance to win $50. We gave away $200 like a week ago. Pretty fun giveaway. Leading into that, video games. I heard that Super Mario Brothers is actually coming out with a brand new game for the Switch. And they're doing what Hollywood's been doing now for about 10 years, and we're going to get Bowser's story. We're going to get the story of the villain. Isn't that awesome?
So you're gonna play a villain, or what? Is it gonna be like?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure who you play in this at all. I think
Wasn't
it's
that
in
like
pre-production.
Wario or whatever? The villain, evil version of Wario or something like that. Didn't they have a game like that a while ago?
See, I never played it though. So I thought it was just that you had to fight Wario. I didn't think that you were Wario. I think when you are Wario, it has something to do with like medicine. It's like Tetris, but with pills or something like that. That one's like called Dr. Wario.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was actually a game where you played as Wario.
Yeah, and that
there?
was the Wario World or something like that.
Yeah, Wario World is what it was called.
But does Wario fight Mario, or is he fighting like other villains?
I really have no idea. I'd never played the game. I just know it was him and what's the other one? Waluigi or whatever the hell his name is.
Waluigi.
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 What's that song? Waluigi? I don't know.
Waluigi. That's probably like Waluigi. Freaking and I think Angelo's middle name is Luigi. Angelo Luigi Bartolome. There's another name in there too. He has like a 7-word name. Long ass. I should know it, being I'm his best friend and all. I don't.
I mean, you traveled way the hell up there and you don't know his name?
Not his whole name, no.
Like, you're just that one-night stand that just won't go away.
Everyone's getting in. I'm surprised they're not doing an MMO version of Mario World. I mean, everyone's getting into the MMO genre.
What's MMO?
Mass multimedia.
Oh.
Or mass multi-online or some kind of acronym or whatever. So a lot of players are on the same world or same server. Harry Potter's going to have a Harry Potter MMO.
Really? It's become that profitable.
Yeah, even if becomes a free online, it's the people that pay the digital purchases where you make all the money.
Right. Plus the advertising that you get to put on there.
Yep.
Yeah, you make money off the advertisement. So so we get to hear Bowser's story, and I mean, I'm just not. I think that's pretty fucking cool, actually. Like, I want to know why Bowser became Bowser.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
what?
what else do you need to know? He spits fire and falls into shit.
Well, we're gonna find out how he figured all that shit out. I guess. I don't know.
How he falls into shit?
Yeah,
That's
why not?
usually when Mario hits that little thing.
So
Remember, he
listen,
turned the king into.
Bowser beat a lot of guys to get to the point that he was at. You know, he just got defeated by Mario.
And he turned the king into fungus.
Exactly.
So are
So
we talking about the movie or are we talking about the game? What are we
That was a
doing?
movie,
it's
Craig.
a that is turn the king to fungus. So and I don't know why people hate on that movie. I love that movie.
I liked the movie too. It wasn't that bad. You know, given the time, this is 90 something, 90, I don't know,
Dog.
91.
It's one of
I
John
liked it.
Leguizamo's best movies, right there, man.
Hey, we went to watch this fucking movie with our class in middle school. The biggest thing about that whole movie where our entire class fucking lost it and just fucking went crazy is when that little fucking bomb was sitting upside down and you seen the Nike swoosh.
That movie, it had a lot of potential, and they just butchered the story. I think is what really shot it, and you know, they butchered some of the characters. but
Rob's asking if you're ready for tomorrow.
I still enjoy the movie. I still enjoy it, just like I enjoy the
Oh yeah, Rob.
Masters of the
I'm
Universe.
ready for tomorrow. My boy Rob Plant's watching. Thank you so much. Basically, Rob is this amazing talent, and anytime I'll be getting a tattoo, it will only be with Rob Plant, who works out at Altered Tattoo. So if you guys are interested in a tattoo or anybody watching, go visit my boy Rob Plant over at Altered Tattoo. I'm
Now,
telling
that
you,
would
man,
be
you will
awesome if
not
he
be
takes EBT.
disappointed. This guy is an artiste. We're gonna finish
You
this
heard?
arm.
If he needs a hookup with some food, let me know. EBT, I need a tattoo.
Get the fuck out of here. Rob don't need no food. But thank you so much, man. Yes, sir. I am definitely ready for tomorrow. Either. So leading with that, there's another video game that's coming out. We just got teased for it 2 days ago. They are making an Indiana Jones game. It's by a company called Bethesda. And what do you guys think about that?
Didn't they already have an Indiana Jones game way back in the old?
Yeah, they've had
those
quite a
old-
few.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Like at least
It was
three.
called Tomb Raider.
Well, I hate to break it to everybody in the world. I'm not excited for this game. Number one, when they make a game from a movie, it's never really as good as the movie. It also falls short. Same thing when they make a movie from a video game. For some reason, the next platform falls short of expectation. So I'm not really excited about Indiana Jones. There is already an Indiana Jones in the gaming world, and that's a game called Uncharted. That game is amazing. That whole saga is amazing. If you're going for the female version, Tomb Raider. Like those are the Indiana Joneses of the gaming world.
I don't really think it's going to be anything like the movie. I feel it's going to be its own. We'll see.
Hey, Mo, check this out. You hit on something just then. When you say video game turned into a movie, what's the worst movie based on a video game?
Home Alone.
Take your pick.
I mean, for me, I have one in particular.
So Mark said it was Home Alone for him.
Well, from movie turned to video game, and then video game turned to movie.
What?
So I would have to say the Jason video game sucked. Very bad.
Playing the PC
Why?
one? Played the PC one?
No, I didn't play that one.
Don't get me wrong. It's not an exciting game. It's not a game that's going to keep your interest. But for being a serial killer or being one of the victims / survivors, I think it captures the movie quite well.
Well, my video game turned movie that I thought was really fucking cheesy was House of the Dead.
I didn't know that was a video game. I knew that was a book.
No, it was a video game. That was one of them ones where you had to you went up to the video game. It was like an arcade game. You've got the gun. You know what I'm saying? You got like 2 guns.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an
It was a
arcade
first-person
shooter.
shooter arcade
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it was a shooter arcade game.
So
And
you
I
thought the
believe-
movie fell short of the game?
Well, what they did is they made the movie. If I'm speaking about the correct movie, they made the movie too much like the video game to where when the character died, they would show the character's profile, make the screen turn red, and then do like the 3D turnaround of the character you know what I'm saying, to show that they died.
Okay. You wanted that to happen in the movie?
No, that did happen in the movie. That's kind of what killed it.
Oh, they made it too much like the arcade.
Yes. It was
Okay.
like a live action video
Arcade
game. It
game.
just
Well, I guess for me, probably the biggest disappointment for video game to movie would have to be the Resident Evils.
did it.
The first 3 were pretty good. The last couple kind of lost it.
I'm not
For me.
saying they weren't good movies. I'm saying that they weren't Resident Evil.
Well, you can say that about a lot of stuff.
I
You
know,
can say that about
for
Marvel.
me,
Marvel, it
personally,
doesn't follow the story either.
Marvel,
Whoa.
there's too many stories to talk about. There's every single
If you go to
variation
the
of comic book.
if you go to the main story, the main 616 Earth story, they don't follow that either. So,
But what makes it main?
The 616 is the main Earth story. There's a lot of alternate realities. There are different Earths, but 616 is considered the main universe.
So you think they should have stuck to the main universe?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you take that to everything, then you can say that about everything because
But listen, okay, hold on a second. The first movie where she's a sleeper agent and she loses her memory and they go deep into the hive and all that kind of shit. What the fuck did that have to do with the first Resident Evil game? Where you're like a SWAT or a cop and you come to this house with a team to search the house and things like that. That had nothing to do with it. And then the guy that leads the team ends up actually being the villain. He's the guy playing games. Like, that's the origin story of Resident Evil. So for me, if you're going to make a Resident Evil movie, you should go back to its origin and tell its story. Now, as far as it being an enjoyable movie, sure. Yeah, they were enjoyable, but they weren't like that switch over. Like, even you can even say it with Hitman, or you can even say it with what's the other one? Silent Hill. None of those movies captured the excitement you got out of the game. Whereas games that they make for movies, like probably the last game that I enjoyed that was from a movie was GoldenEye. So I have to go all the way back to Nintendo 64.
Well, I mean, they
Yeah,
did
no.
something right with Resident Evil. They had 6 of them.
I didn't say they weren't enjoyable movies. I'm saying that they didn't capture what Resident Evil did for me. I feel like that platform fell short of the game. They've made a lot more than 6 games. I'll say that. So I feel like if
So
we're
in
gonna go with
Captain
statistics,
America, Captain America was not, or sorry, Wolverine was not in World War II or anything with his brother. Wolverine fought with.
I know.
Captain
I made that argument for that movie too. That's what, and a lot of people tried to combat me and tell me that you can't say it's not true because of his, because if you like, I remember
Guardians
one of
of
the,
the
you know that they
Galaxy,
used
like,
to have
I've
like
already-
the superhero cards, like trading cards. One of the ones I had was Logan's, and it has his biography on the back and whatnot. And it even says in his origin, it's unknown. It's unknown because there's no way of telling how old he is, you know, what he's gone through because of his healing factor. There's no way to tell any of that. So pretty much anything you say, you can say. I didn't know that he was Sabretooth's brother or half
He's
brother.
not.
You know what I mean?
He's
So
not.
I knew they fucking made that shit up. And
I mean,
I
it's
didn't
just like
even
the
know.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I told you that Adam Warlock was he created the Guardians, and they didn't do that in Guardians. That doesn't make it a bad movie because they changed the story. I mean,
But who said
Avengers
it was a
changed the
bad
story.
movie? You guys are saying I said it was a bad movie. I didn't say that.
Well, you said that's what you didn't like about it. That,
I
like,
said
you
it.
didn't,
I said it fell short of what Resident Evil did for me on the gaming platform.
like
That's what
the Prince of Persia gets a lot of bad flag.
I didn't
I
watch the
enjoyed that
movie
movie.
or play the game. So
I never played the game, but I enjoyed the movie.
did you?
So
Well,
check
Jake
this out.
Gyllenhaal's an amazing actor. Flick
Look,
him.
going back to what you're saying. Look, so me and Joan have had an argument quite a few times on movie versus games and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, in my opinion, whether it be a game, whether it be a movie, let's just say we have this blockbuster video game that everybody loves. Okay, if you're gonna make it into a movie, do something different. I don't want to fucking see the same shit that I fucking played.
And that's
You know
what
what I'm
I liked about Resident Evil is they changed it up because you can if you played Resident Evil 1, then you don't really need to watch the movie because you know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
I like Doom.
I don't
Doom?
want to sit there and
I
play.
thought-
I don't want to watch a movie.
I thought from the Doom, I thought the movie captured the video game and not in an annoying way. It
I
paid an
think
homage to the game at the end. It had
and
its
that's the
own
worst part
storyline.
of the whole movie for me. That the whole movie was good up into that little 10-minute or 15-minute first-person shooter part of the movie.
It's like
that
5 minutes.
really tore me up. It was
Why?
that it was dumb. For me, it was dumb. It took away from the movie.
I don't think so. I thought
For
it was
me.
a cool homage.
And I played Doom when I was in school in computer class
did
in high
I.
school.
I
So
played
real
Doom.
quick, you guys don't get bored. Okay, so you don't get bored playing a video game. Let's say the video game takes you a week to finish.
Okay.
Right? So you don't get bored if you finish this video game, you've beat it, you're done. Then you're gonna watch a movie based on the video game that is exactly what is in the video game. So you already know what's gonna happen. Then for the hell of it, they're gonna make an anime, and I'm going to Resident Evil on this. They're gonna make an anime, and you expect it to follow the game as well. So I mean, what's the purpose of watching the movie or the fucking anime if you've already played it? You know what's coming up. Why not make a whole separate movie, introduce characters or introduce villains as you go along, surprises, little Easter eggs here and there.
What you gotta,
Shit
you
that
have
really
to
wants to make you watch it.
You have to appease both crowds. I would rather them when they're doing a game or a cartoon into a movie. I would want them to go half and half and I would understand that because you have to appease to the people that are loyalist on the cartoon or the game, and you have to appease appease the people that don't play the game that still want to watch an exciting movie. And you don't want you don't want the spoiler. You don't want like if they make a Metal, I think they're talking about making a Metal Gear movie. With Solid Snake and them. I don't want Liquid Snake to be the villain because you already know he's the villain and you already know he's the bad. I mean, what's going to happen?
Prime example of great, I guess, movie making, but not really movie. I guess series is what you would base it on. And I know Mo's gonna fucking argue with me on this one. The Walking Dead comic book versus the Walking Dead show. Like the comic book goes one way. Everybody that watches the show is like, oh, well, fuck, this is going to happen next week because that's what's in the comic. They switch it around and they do something totally fucking different. And everybody's like, wait, what the fuck just happened? This is what I'm talking about. You don't want to sit there and know everything that's going to happen before it happens. Throw a wrench into it.
By that variation, like you just take away and then you just expect the opposite or something like that. I'm not saying it needs to be exact scene for scene, but it has to be. You can't counteract things unless you're doing a multiverse or whatnot. If you really want to get technical about it, but I don't really care to that aspect. I'm just saying the route that they went, it didn't capture my interest like Resident Evil captured my interest. I actually started to lose interest in the games when it started becoming like the movie.
But you don't think they sit there and they're like, okay, we have millions of people that have played this game.
I mean, they don't care about my opinion.
No, but I'm saying, okay, so they're probably sitting at the table. Hey, we've got all these people that have played this game. The game is great. It's awesome. Let's make a movie. Wait a minute. all these complaints that all these other people are saying. Why would we put this in the movie? Why let's mix it up just a little bit to see if we can get those fans back instead of putting some lame ass shit that they're arguing about that they don't like in the video game. Let's correct it and do something better in the movie.
I mean, that would be nice. I would enjoy that. It's just not happen.
Well, I mean, in most cases, when you're looking at the movie, you're like, wait, that didn't happen in the video game. It didn't happen in the video game because everybody's like, well, that really fucking sucks in the video game.
Nicole?
Why carry it over to the movie? Let's make the movie more exciting than what people are bitching about online about the video game.
Well, what I want to know is, what did Mark not like about the Home Alone video game? Because that game was awesome. I played it.
I didn't even know there was a
And
Home Alone
nothing.
video
It
game.
was nothing
Never
to do
heard
with
of it either.
the
I don't
movie.
do very much RPG games. I don't like spending $60
You went into
on a
the
game
hallway
you can do in a week
and you're running away
and then
from
it's a
vacuum
coffee mug
cleaners.
or
maids.
a slider or
What did it
whatever.
have to do with the movie?
What did you say, Mark?
The levels where you're running in a hotel lobby, running away from vacuum cleaners and maids. That was the
Yeah.
game.
I know. It was stupid.
You know what's really annoying about today's games?
But
And I'm going to bring up The Last of Us. And literally, it's not just The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us. It's what's that asshole that has that red shit on his face, the bald-headed warrior dude?
Last of Us?
No, I'm speaking of other games. What's the fucking dude?
Oh,
the
God of War?
God of War. Any games like that, they're not really even fucking games anymore. Like, I mean, when do you die? Like, when are you dead, done, and have to start over? When can you go through the video game and the video game say, well, hey, you got to do this. You got to hit X triangle, X square, whatever, and you have to do it at this certain time to be able to go to the next level. You don't have freedom of doing shit. You have to do what the video game tells you to do when it tells you to do it so you can advance. Like, there's no freedom. There's no, like, back in the day when you could play Contra or Castlevania, do random shit. Nowadays, it's like you just go through it and you're pretty much just following sequence on what the video game is telling you to do so you can complete it.
Well,
There's not
there
very
are
many games like
that
that
you
anymore.
can free roam. There are games.
Most games are now open world. Like, you
Yeah.
experience the stuff whenever you want, like Skyrim, that,
Yeah.
it's got 500 different quests, and you can do it at level 1 or you can do it at a level 100.
But in the quest, does it not tell you what to do and how to do it?
Well, if you're going to
Well, you
go,
have to
most
figure
games
it out.
now have a campaign story where if you want to complete the game, you go through the campaign. And then but it has a lot of optional stuff, so it gives you options of when do you want to do it. You don't have to do it now, you could do something else.
So when was it a good idea to say, hey, let's cater to all these baby ass crybaby fucking gamers that are tired of dying, and let's just fucking infinite Mario world these motherfuckers and give them all the life they want?
You had
until
all
they
that
finally
shit
finish the
back
game.
then too. The only difference is that they gave you the cheat codes.
There was no
Yes,
Listen,
innocent
man, like
lives in
the
Mario.
way
But-
things
but
are
start all over
going,
again.
like nobody wants to work for anything.
Exactly. So nowadays, even with the game that you're playing now, The Last of Us, is there a cheat code that only gives you the one life where you have to fucking actually work for it and not just be like, oh, well, shit, I died, 18 times? I guess I got to do it this way this time.
If you play it on the hardest difficulty, I believe it's like that.
You know what an underrated game, in my opinion, was?
What?
This was back, I believe, in Nintendo. Fester's Quest. Okay, it was Fester's Quest. The main thing about it, the reason people, I guess, hated it, is because you were playing Fester. You had to go through all these levels and worlds and all this other shit. The issue was there's no save points. And the first time you got hit, you could be at level 100 and something. You have to start from level 1 the first time you got hit.
Wow.
What game was that? I know, like most games, you had 3 lives or 2 lives, and you can earn
That
a
was
third
Fester's
life.
Quest. You don't remember Fester's Quest?
Vaguely. I don't. Yeah, I know
It's like,
Pitfall was kind of like that. When you died, you pretty much had to start over or something like that.
yeah, they were that was their little claim to fame. They're like, no matter what level you're on, no matter how good you're doing, the first time you get hit, you start back at level 1. That's it.
Well, fuck
Doesn't
all
matter
that
how far you got.
noise.
So
I'm
did
more down
Flappy
with the
Bird.
gaming
Flappy
world
Bird
today.
was the same way. Flapped
what?
until you
That-
crashed and you died. How Flappy Bird was.
Did you just say Flappy Bird?
Yeah, Flappy Bird
Flappy
was the same
Bird.
way. You die,
Are
you
you
start all over.
kidding me?
That's what you. I'm just making a point.
He's agreeing with you, actually.
I understand, but Flappy Bird, come on.
I don't
mean,
know
you
what
remember
Flappy
The
Bird is.
Simpsons?
I don't know what fucking Fester's Quest is either. I'm too young for y'all. So
Remember
we're gonna
the
move
game
on from
Simpsons?
gaming. We're gonna talk
Too
about
young,
some
bitch. You
upcoming
got all that
movies.
gray hair on your
We're
fucking
gonna-
beard. Come on.
I still got less years than you. So
That's okay.
you got
That
more
makes
gray
it
than
even
me.
worse that you have all those grays and you're younger.
Well, I got longer hair too. So anyhow, we got some upcoming movies coming out. Disney's dropping a couple movies. One is called Raya and the Last Dragon, which honestly looks like they took Dragon and Moana and put it together for me.
And had a 3-year-old do the animation.
Sounds like
Oh,
the best
God.
combination to me.
Yeah, it does. Both those franchises did well. Why wouldn't this? And they're sticking with the female empowerment movement. Just a lot of female empowerment. So that's pretty awesome. And then they got another movie coming out. They have a live action Cinderella, which I want to go to sleep just talking about it. So why are we doing this again? Didn't we already do this once? Why are we doing it again?
You're not
Come
a girl,
on.
so you
Come
wouldn't
on.
understand. You didn't never want to
on.
be a princess when you were little? You
No,
wanna
I
be a
never wanted to be a
princess?
princess when I was little. I wanted to be a ballet
Exactly.
dancer.
So you don't. Who cares?
Well-
We ain't gonna care about it. We're dudes. We're not gonna care about it.
We're not going to care
okay,
about
so
who? Cinderella?
Yeah.
Why?
look, I might offend a lot
What
of
do you
people on this
mean?
one, but this is
Okay.
just me. It wasn't a trend to be a princess when you were a boy back in the day.
No. It's no. You can't even fucking like, nah, dude, you're a prince, not a princess. It's like
It's a different time when we were growing up.
I know it is. You know, it's hard to know what's right or wrong nowadays. It's a very thin line.
Like like, look, fucking okay. I got my buddy Caesar. I went to his house one day, and
Caesar
His
knows
son
Cinderella?
no, his son wanted to be up with the trend and be all fucking badass and shit. You know what this motherfucker went to school with because it was cool?
What?
This man went to school in fucking skinny jeans with a Hello Kitty backpack. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the trend now?
Oh yeah,
Like-
kind of.
Like,
My
I
wife
understand.
buys me
Okay,
skinny
I'm not
jeans.
like I'm not bashing sexuality on shit. I'm just like, is it a trend to be straight? Is it a trend to be gay? Is it a trend to be like? I mean,
But
what's going on?
what does wearing skinny jeans and a Hello Kitty backpack being a guy have to do anything
Well,
with sexuality?
And you got to think like guys now wear pink. They wear that pewter colors, which back in the days you
Oh,
couldn't wear that.
Well, no,
It's
no,
just
I'm
a-
not.
it's
I'm not.
just
I'm
an
not saying
area.
nothing about colors. I'm saying if you're gonna act a certain way because it's cool, then I don't get it. Like, if you're not that way, why act that way?
I don't disagree with that, but like, how does he know his way yet? He's trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, he's married and has a kid.
I'm talking about the son at the time.
Well, the son at the time had a girl pregnant.
Well, there you
And-
go, and it was working for him, whatever he was doing. That's why I said, what does wearing skinny jeans and a Hello Kitty backpack have to do with sexuality? It has nothing to do with it.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying sexual. I'm just saying why are you gonna be why are you doing something because it's a trend? In other words, like what's going on with the kids today? Where like, did you see the teeth filing thing?
It's the same reason when you were a kid you wanted to wear Nikes or you know you wanted to wear the new look. It's just people want to do what's popping, man. Like I don't know. It's not my style. I'm more of a TiVo guy, and I'll get to it when I get to it. You know what I mean? Like that's more me. But you know, I'm not not everybody's like me. There's
You
I
know, it
know a
doesn't. I
guy.
don't care. I really don't care what people wear and
Yeah, it doesn't
whatever.
affect me at all.
It doesn't affect.
Like
It
I got a
doesn't affect
buddy. I
me
got a
either
buddy of
until I
mine
see
that
somebody's.
he took a little video message in his closet, and he's the kind of guy that has his own closet, and he has like 20 pairs of sunglasses on display in his closet. He has watch display and this and that. Like he makes good money. And he has all that, and he takes his little video message in his closet, and it's like, when you get to my level, you gotta be like this, and you gotta make sure you have that and this and that. And I just I look at all that, and I'm not jealous of him at all. Like,
But he's making money
but like,
from it.
why do you need 20 watches? Like, why do you have 20 sunglasses? Like, why do you?
Yeah, it's the same as people.
I don't know, but that's
come
just
and they're
his
like,
way.
why are you running around with a used car? Why don't you have a new car like me? It's like, I don't need to spend $600 or $500 on a car payment for a brand new car. With this
Exactly.
car, I don't pay anything, and it gets me from where I need to go. That's not what I need. I don't.
Exactly. That's
Hey,
how I have
my
felt
little
quite
wagon's
a
still
bit.
kicking. $450. What's up?
No, before
By the
before the
way, I'm
Charger,
looking
I was a
for
buy
an
here,
old,
pay here guy.
beat up Jaguar.
But Cinderella, that's how interested we were in Cinderella.
Yeah, I forgot we were talking about that.
references. Cinderella sucks. Why would you do this, Disney? And I understand that I'm not the demographic that this is aimed to, and at the same time, I am the demographic that this is aimed to, because the reason they're making these live action movies is for the nostalgia effect to kick in, because kids nowadays aren't like when we were growing up, where I want to be a princess. Let's go watch this movie. I want to be just like her. No, it's not like that nowadays. Nowadays, the princesses that are growing up are the ones that want to fucking sail off by herself, or fight a war on her own, or compete in games. Like, being a little girl nowadays is not the same
Yeah,
from back in the day. I can't even say my day, because it was already starting the female empowerment issue. But every time you see a female lead character, it is an empowered character, and just
especially Moana as a child.
oh
Empowered
my
character.
god, that little baby just wanted to do everything. She wanted
But
to
I'm
run to
saying,
the
yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, empowered character. Just let the motherfucker go into the ocean. Who gives a fuck? Just don't worry about it. Hey, Moana's out there about to drown. Hey, she's good. Just leave her out there.
Okay, so for the first 5 minutes of the movie, she was this character that couldn't take care of herself. That's the point that you're making to counteract mine?
I'm pretty much no. I'm
Sorry.
going towards the parents.
The parents.
They're empowering a fucking what was she, like 1 or 2 years old?
Oh, she was probably, yeah.
They're empowering a toddler female to the point where the parents don't have to watch her because she's so strong and can take care of herself.
She was just getting away from them, man. That happens all the time. You have kids, you know.
Yeah, well, one of mine jumped out the fucking window to get into a golf cart that we didn't even realize was out the window until my oldest found him.
So then you understand. You're empowering them. So
But I'm not saying go out into the ocean. Look,
Raya and the Last Dragon looks pretty cool. I'll probably enjoy that. But there's an even cooler movie that's coming out. It's going to premiere on Amazon Prime. And it's called One Night in Miami. It is a movie based on historical events.
What
Pretty
historical
fucking
event?
awesome. I mean, pretty fucking awesome.
What
Like,
historical
who here doesn't
event?
want to know what happened in that room?
Now, is this
What
the
re-
same Jim Brown that's the football player,
You
Jim
didn't-
Brown?
Yes, yes.
You didn't explain it.
Well, it's about the one night where Malcolm X, Cassius Clay, Sam Cooke, Jim Brown, somebody else,
No, there was only 4.
where they all meet together to discuss, what's going on and stuff like that. So it's going to be a movie based on that night. I'm sure they're going to add drama to it and change the story some, but it will make for an enjoyable movie. Plus, it's Regina King's directorial debut, and a lot of people would argue that she's really not that cool. She actually is. She's a writer, producer, actress. I think she's pretty good as an actor. I wouldn't like put her on like Tom Hanks level or something like that, but she's a decent actress, and she broke away from the whole stereotype actress thing where she's only playing like some
The sitcom
ratchet ass
actress
person.
stereotype.
Yeah, she broke away from the stereotype and she showed her depth. So I have respect for her as an actress. So I'm excited to see how she does. And this is a big project for it to be her debut directing. So, and she's working with some good actors in there. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. So I'm excited to watch it. I'll pay Amazon some money to watch that. I like his movies based on historical events. Some of the best scenes I've ever seen have been based on historical events. And I just enjoy good acting.
A historical event is, remember last year or the year before they said the fucking Ghostbusters were coming out? That shit still ain't coming out.
It's coming out in July, man. Relax.
Still pissed off about that.
I know. It'll be here soon enough,
It should
son.
have came out during Halloween. Why is it coming out in the summer?
Well, it's supposed to come out last summer too. I'm pretty sure it has to do with whoever it's competing against.
They're going after summer blockbuster, obvious. Blockbuster.
So
What's the next Marvel movie coming out?
Spider-Man movie?
I think so. I'm not sure. Black
What
Widow
happened
should
with
have
the,
come out a long time ago, but it hasn't.
Yeah.
What happened with the new Venom? Wasn't there going to be a new Venom?
That's eventually coming too. I know there's a lot of red tape arguments.
I think the worst thing they could have ever done was brought fucking Woody Harrelson into that movie.
Why? Woody's great. Hi, babe.
He's ancient as fuck.
Get the fuck out of here, dog. Woody Harrelson's great. Okay? Deal with it.
Dog.
By the way, Danny, you're on mute, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, your opinion didn't count.
I didn't say anything. Really. I can't argue with him because he thinks Tom Cruise is a good actor.
He is.
Yeah, but you got to remember, we're also talking about not only the guy that thinks Joker was a great movie, the guy that thinks Logan was actually a good movie.
It was.
I've never seen Joker, and I probably won't. But Logan was a decent movie, and it's supposed to be the best movie, but
it's not.
How much did Mo pay you to upgrade your view on Logan to decent movie? Because that was a horrible movie.
And the reason why I gave it a decent movie is because I'm a big X-23 fan, and they finally brought her on live action. That's why I upgraded it to a decent movie.
So it was because of X-23. Logan just fucking blew monkeys.
Listen,
it
doesn't fucking matter what you guys think. Logan is awesome.
It was
the
nothing
Joker
like
was
the
awesome, and you guys are crazy. You're still nut. That's all there is. That.
Mm-hmm.
So aren't you excited about this movie One Night in Miami?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Man.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Anyhow, let's move on from that. There was some football this past weekend. Buccaneers once again. Round.
They beat up a guy. They beat up a team that was on their backup quarterback that played probably better than Tom Brady, and was their leading rusher at the same time.
Did he win?
Wait a minute.
Tom Brady won. Yeah.
Hey,
Brady won.
That's all I wanted to know. That's the only stat that matters.
The Buccaneers are not even the story. The story is the Cleveland Browns beating up on the Steelers.
Dude, it was 28-0 in the first quarter.
In the first quarter, with over 2 minutes left to go, I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
crazy, bro.
But again, we
Like
talk
fucking ragdoll the shit out of Roethlisberger.
off camera. We had this conversation of a team, and they have sucked for a very long time. But they built their team in the draft, and if as long as they stay healthy, that team is going to be good for a while. As long as they can keep the players. Versus a team that buys a quarterback for 1 or 2 years, and after they leave, they have nobody.
Weren't they already talking about giving up on Baker Mayfield? And doesn't Odell Beckham want to go to San Francisco? That team's already blowing up.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Odell Beckham hasn't had a really good year.
I know.
If the Browns
Jarvis
somehow
Landry
make it to the
has had a
Super
better
Bowl,
year.
Jarvis Landry's amazing. What?
if the Browns make it to the Super Bowl somehow,
They're
Odell ain't going nowhere.
They're not making.
He's gonna upgrade that fucking one-handed catch to a one-finger catch, and he's gonna franchise the shit out of the Browns. He ain't going nowhere.
It's gonna be Bucks versus the Chiefs.
Fucking Odell's washed up anyway.
Tom Brady's just gonna keep skating by. Just skating by.
No. You got two old men playing against each other, Brady and Breeze.
Can you believe that there's people already talking about trading Tua from the Dolphins? All these Tua supporters suck for Tua. Oh yeah, let's give him up for Watson. We already know what Watson is. Like, really?
They'll bring Tua to the Bucks. I'll take Tua.
I bet you would. You're a Tua kind of guy.
While you're bushing, I'll still take fucking Mariota. Bring his ass over too.
I am looking at the chat.
Mariota.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said it before, man. Buck fans are the worst, dude. They're the worst. Man wins a game in the fucking first round of the playoffs, and you're gonna talk about the other quarterback.
No, it was a good win. It's nothing to be excited about considering they didn't play anybody.
Who
They're
are they playing against now?
Now they're playing. Well, they played against Washington, which is 7-9. Again, their record is like 9-1 versus losing teams. Right. They're on their backup quarterback. Their quarterback
they're on their
250 something yards, had a better throwing percentage, threw an interception, also had 50 something yards of running. So, and he was their leading rusher. That is nothing to brag about winning. But it's a good win. It's just nothing to brag about.
So who are they playing next?
They're not tested. Huh?
They're playing the Saints.
I think they're playing the Saints. It's going to be
they
Breeze
lost twice to them, right?
They lost twice to the Saints.
So
they didn't just lose.
Them this time, Danny. If they beat them this time, are you going to have something good to say?
Can I let me stop you real quick. Just for a second, let me stop you.
What?
The Saints beat them twice already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're saying, oh, well, the Buccaneers beat the Saints. What are you going to say this time? Well, I mean, fuck. If
I
you
didn't
play
ask him what is he going to say. I said, are you finally going to say something nice?
Okay, but I'm saying, if you play a team 100 fucking times, you're bound to win once.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
You guys are the worst, man. Worst.
I'm telling you how it is. Look, I've been Buccaneer since '88, and
88.
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Since 88.
I've been Buccaneer since '97.
Look,
I've never been a Buccaneer, so.
To me, Buccaneers are everything, but right now it's not even the Buccaneers. It's Brady. There is no Buccaneers. It's Tom Brady.
What? Who cares, man? It's not just Brady. There's other guys out there fucking contributing, man.
I don't want to get all these hopes up on winning a championship, not to win, and then after he retires, suck again for another 15 years.
Sound like a scorned lover.
Look.
I thought they were good
Danny's
before
right, though.
Brady.
Danny's right. Why would you go? Okay, let's say we go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, right? What's going to happen next year?
Why are you worried about next year?
You're worried about next year because you're trying to defend your title. You don't want to go from.
Tomorrow is not promised.
Look,
then we're going to be another Mo in Miami.
Well, you might cancel the Super Bowl next year.
Look, the Buccaneers in the beginning of the season, they're like, oh my God, they got Tom Brady. Buccaneers are favored to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's cool, but Buccaneers go from number 1 seed or whatever the fuck, trying to get to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. Next year, Brady fucking blows ass, and the Buccaneers are fucking like what is it, like a 1,000-to-1 shot to even get to the fucking Super Bowl.
And
Like,
that's just some really pessimistic views, man.
no, it's like, okay, so get on your fucking game right now.
I
Play some
want a
2K.
dynasty. I don't want a
Look.
one and done. I don't want a Denver where you get Manning, you win it, and then you fall off the face of the earth.
Look, check this out. Why would you? Okay, you play 2K right now on the hardest fucking level. You get a fucking mud hole stomped into you.
Uh-huh.
Then you go, let's play the same fucking 2K, put that bitch on easy and enter some cheat codes. That's what the Buccaneers did.
I just I don't want these 1 year and then you're one and then suck for 15 years. I want a dynasty. I want that Kansas City built a dynasty. As long as he stays healthy, they're gonna win for a long time.
The thing is, if you're talking about building a dynasty, that means you have to stick to something. And the thing is, just the fact of what he said about gaming, how it has evolved to what it is now, the fact that we all walk around with supercomputers in our pockets, we have the answer to everything at our fingertips. Nobody's thinking about tomorrow. They're thinking about now, and they want to do it now.
Exactly, they want to do it now. But
so, if you want to build like Kansas City built, Kansas City has been really non-existent for a long time. They've always been a decent team where, you're going to play the Chiefs. They're a good team. They got a good coach. They got a good scheme, whatever. But they never were expected to do anything, nor did they ever, until they finally got themselves a quarterback that's worth a fucking damn. And that's that they fucking struck gold being able to get him, because they rode Alex Smith for how long? And Alex Smith, although a decent quarterback, was never a great quarterback and never could push them over the hump. He always fell short every time. So if you're going to try to build, you got to stick with losing for a while.
You got to, when they got Winston, they got away from what Tampa was. Tampa was defense.
Right.
Tampa was defense. You stop the ball and you win scoring 15, 20 points. They got Winston. They stopped going for defense. They loaded him up. They gave him shitty play calls. He's a terrible deep ball passer. He's a gunner, which he throws the ball and makes stupid decisions and stuff. Yeah. He's like a poor man's Brett Favre that used to run and throw the ball, and he would have 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and win the game. But they went away from what Tampa was, and Tampa was a defensive team.
Let me tell you right now, Winston being picked over Mariota just went along with the fucking Tampa Bay's MO. Because, like I said, they picked up a fucking paraplegic fucking dude or a quadriplegic dude in the fucking draft. What do you expect? Of course we're going to pick Winston.
Why do you cheer for this team? You have nothing nice to say about them.
I do have something nice to say about them, except for when they pull in assholes like Tom Brady.
Assholes like Tom Brady. That's hilarious.
Like, okay, how about them Cowboys? Remember them Cowboys a couple years ago? They fucking had their shit. They had all them fucking badass players. All you heard every week, we them boys. Man, they got their fucking ass kicked in. Everybody left the Cowboys.
On paper, Dallas has been a Super Bowl contender for like 10 years straight on paper, and they have never done nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing. They got it worse than us.
He never come back. Who? Prescott just needs to leave. Prescott, to be good, he needs to leave the Cowboys.
He's probably going to leave since he didn't get his contract and he got hurt.
Not going to get big money.
Nah, he'll get money. He's just not going to get that $32 million or whatever he wanted to get. He wanted a million more than, I think, Golf or somebody. And being hurt, he's not going to get that.
Oh. But I know the Bucks are going to beat the Saints next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I'm
How about
not
them
going to bet
Dolphins?
that.
I'm not biting that bait. I'm gonna pass on that bait.
I'm just saying, like, anything and everything in the world had to fucking go wrong for the Dolphins not to fucking get in there.
I'm telling you, dude.
Like,
How do you get yourself in a position where all you had to do is win, or 3 teams had to lose? You lost.
It's like if you don't tie your shoelaces, then you're not going to the Super Bowl or you're not going to playoffs. And Miami's
Pretty
like,
much.
fuck that, we ain't tying them shoelaces.
It never goes right for the Dolphins, man. It never does.
Like
And
they
then
were.
everybody's
Well,
already
say
given up
something
on
good about
Tua.
the Dolphins.
They've all given
Hey.
up on Tua already.
You know what's even worse? They
What?
were 86% chance to make the playoffs. 86% chance, and it's like, how the hell do you blow that?
The Bills, dude. Freaking Allen came out of nowhere. Josh Allen, how he bettered himself this year from year 2 to year 3, amazing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this can happen. Just hypothetical. If it was possible, Browns Bills Super Bowl, that'd be a Super Bowl I'd never want to watch. It'd be so fucking boring to me.
Browns and the Bills. Wow.
Yeah, they can't because they're in the same division.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if it was possible, that'd be one where it's like,
What they should have
It'd be like
done
in-
with this, they should have
Same
for
conference.
this year, they should have scrapped the divisions and just made the top 14 teams, no matter what conference.
right now, that would be as interesting as watching the Final Four being Cleveland, New York Jets, the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just some lame ass fucking teams. Just throw them out there.
I mean,
The Browns
the Jets
just
are a
need to
big
give up.
market team. I don't think a lot of people would think that would be lame. They would get
Why?
some ratings on that. Jets
Oh,
are a
with
big
their-
market team, dude.
With their whole 2 wins
They're
this
in
year.
a big market, but they're not a big market team.
They're a big market.
I mean, now that you know what's even worse, Brady and Gronkowski is not even on the Patriots anymore, and y'all couldn't even make the playoffs.
With that being said, I think we're gonna end it with now. So
Not only could he not beat Brady and Gronkowski, he joined them onto Tampa, rooting for him.
ooh,
You,
me.
Yeah, if you can't beat them, join
you're
them,
like
right?
their biggest cheerleaders.
I'm their biggest cheerleader.
Just put a fucking thong in a miniskirt and go cheer for them.
Okay. I
Like
will.
Well,
literally.
you wanted to be a princess, didn't you?
You guys are gonna. I said I wanted to be a ballet dancer. That's totally different. So, but
Okay.
Mom told me boys don't dance in ballet. So
Well, that's what Goody Mom said too. They don't dance no more, but you know what I'm saying?
he danced. I did not. I'm not his biggest cheerleader, but I'm a realist. And I know that Tom Brady has an X factor with him. He has something that not all athletes or celebrities have.
No,
And
you know
he
what
has
you
that
are?
thing. He's not only has that thing, he can be intense, whatever, whatnot. He's humble too. You
Look,
know,
you know
like
exactly what you are at
yes,
this point.
he
This is what you look.
I'm
This is
just
what
being
you are at this
realistic.
point.
He's a role model. Like he's
He
straight up.
cried when
You-
Belichick didn't let his trainer on the plane, and he went to Kraft, and Kraft overrode Belichick. He's a crier when he doesn't get his way. He's not humble or like you say or anything like
It's
that.
not that he's a crier. Why can't his trainer come on the plane with him? Why is that an issue? This guy took pay cuts his entire career. When he was the best quarterback in the NFL, took pay cuts. He's never been, except for this year, probably the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, which I think Mahomes makes more money than him.
First of all, you can't let that
Every
many fucking
year,
Patriots onto
somebody's a
one
new
plane.
highest paid quarterback.
Every year, Tom Brady would reevaluate his contract, take less money to bring more talent to the team. That's the definition of humble.
So wait a minute. That's humble, right? But he wouldn't take less money to stay on the Patriots. That's why he went to Tampa.
No, because this is it. That's it. He's already sacrificed all the money. He's gonna sacrifice his final 2 years too, or whatever,
not
whatnot. And on
franchise-
top of that, the beef between him and Belichick has become harsher.
It doesn't
And
matter.
I'm
Okay,
not
so
saying that Brady should receive all the credit for winning all the Super Bowls either. Obviously, Belichick has a lot to do with it, and the just the whole overall atmosphere that they create in New England. Being the fact that I had to watch them 2 weeks every year since I became a Dolphins fan, I get to watch them a lot. And sure, I hate the fucking shit out of them when they come to town, but that's a team that's about business. It's about business, it's about winning, and it's about getting to the next step. It is what every NFL team should strive to be. The
Exactly.
Patriots
And
are.
what do
They're the
they
gold
and what do they
standard.
have? And what
They're
do
the
they have?
They what?
And what do they have?
What do they have what?
What is it they have for the past 16 years?
They had Brady and Belichick.
They had a dynasty. They had a team that
Yes,
won and won. They
yes.
didn't go through and pay millions of dollars for one player for
I
1 year
I
and
understand that,
then
but all
lose it.
because they're not doing what you want them to do. Why not enjoy the win? That's my
well,
argument.
okay,
They
can I
don't.
throw something back at you then?
What?
If the Dolphins aren't doing what you want them to do, why
I
boycott
boycotted
them?
them 2 years ago.
Exactly. Why boycott them? Why not just watch them and have
No.
fun?
So what? But it's not fun when
Well,
all
it's
they do
not
is
fun.
prove me right.
It's not fun when we max our fucking salary cap on a player that's only going to give us one maybe good year.
Oh yeah, I would hate to go to the playoffs. Fuck yeah, I get to watch my
No
team. Oh, I
playoffs.
don't get to watch them this weekend. You're right.
That's all you
It
want
would
is to go
suck
to
if
the
we did that.
playoffs. That's
It
all
would
you want
suck.
is to
You're
go to the
absolutely
playoffs.
right. Huh?
That's all you wanted. So if Miami had Tom Brady, that's all you would want is to go to the playoffs. You would, if they lost the first round of the
I
playoffs, you would
wouldn't
be
be
happy.
shitting on my team about it. I
But
would
you
be
would be
excited that
happy.
whoever
Didn't
plays behind him is gonna learn from him, and maybe Tom Brady to fucking get these guys to call some decent plays. I really hate that. Just like what they did to Winston, what they were doing with Tom and stuff like that, when you misuse your weapons, because you said it yourself, they're terrible deep ball passers, yet the ball's being thrown deep most of the time. So why are we doing this to them? And that's the reason why they're bad deep ball passers, is because it's being overused and things like that. I
exactly,
hate seeing those things. So those are frustrations, and I boycotted them because I just couldn't watch them do what they did. And finally, they took a step in the right direction and they went after a quarterback in the first round, a good quarterback, not fucking Tannehill, who for some reason just decides to emerge
Well,
when he goes to Tennessee. I don't,
a, a, a
the whole
good
time in
quarterback that
Miami, he
you
was just a little bitch about it. So
a good
watching all those
quarterback that
things
you
is
absolutely
frustrating.
hated.
Absolutely, but I don't sit here and just fucking talk mad shit about them all the time.
Well, because
I
you're
don't
trying to
talk
prove your
bad
point about
about
Brady.
Tampa. I talk bad about Brady.
I'm pretty sure when I say they won, we were saying they, not Tom.
Well, I'm pretty sure
And
when
the
they win the
first
Super
thing I
Bowl, it's going to
said
be
is
Tom
they
Brady and the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. But the thing is that if it was Jameis Winston, it would be Jameis Winston and the
No,
Buccaneers as
no,
well.
sir.
no,
It would be
would
the
have been the
Buccaneers.
Bucks. It
And
would have
the
been the
only reason,
Buccaneers.
and even if that's so, the only reason they would even name drop him is to sell more papers. That's it, because he's a brand. He is
The
a
only way a team
well-established
can
brand.
win with Winston is to play defense and teach him to throw 5 and 10-yard passes only, like Tom Brady, because
Again,
he's a
we have
terrible deep ball passer.
I know.
as a Buccaneer fan, this year you have a lose-lose situation. You either win the Super Bowl and it's going to be Tom Brady and the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl, or if you don't win the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Buccaneers have
They
the
didn't give
greatest
Brady
fucking
enough
team in the
weapons.
world and couldn't do shit with the greatest quarterback on the fucking in the NFL.
What's going to happen
bad are
is
the
if
Bucks?
Tampa wins, it's going to be, oh, Brady led them to the championship. When Tampa loses, it's going to be, well, the coach is bad. They didn't let Tom Brady be Tom Brady. The defenses was terrible and couldn't. It's going to be a blame Tampa or the coach versus, oh, it's Tom's the hero.
That's just because of his brand. I can't even argue. But anyhow, that's going to be the end of it. Satisfied with what we delivered here. So I wanted a special thank you to Daniel for coming out on his birthday. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Danny. Spanish Thunder for coming in here and chiming in on us. The director Mark Morales always putting together a decent for us, and he actually is the one who came out with the content. So
try.
thank you for that. So
Try.
He's the guy behind the scenes that should get all the credit.
definitely, yeah. Without Mark,
I told you I'm gonna take him to Dairy Queen. Y'all told me no.
Because you don't, man, take them for like something healthy. Like go get a gyro. I don't know.
I will take him to get some healthy shit. I mean, what's not healthy about a blizzard?
A lot. So thank you so much. Don't forget about our $50 giveaway. We will announce a winner in 7 days. Go ahead and click that link and make sure you check it out. See how you can have a chance to win $50. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much.
She living in that crap.
All right, you can put it.
I want some. I see black kings that push down on my will. Every day stay black to white out my